Well, hello, folks. I'm back. I got my cupperies in. So good to be good. So good to be here. It's been a rough 2022, man. I tell you, been away for a while, but man, it's good to be back. And so good to see all of you out there, too. I got to say my hellos. Of course, Carl Edwards. Carl, buddy, dude,
Carl.
I knew I
Hey.
could count on you. And I got to say hello to Clive Wells. Hello, Clive. I got a bone to pick with you. You
Mr.
have
Wells.
corrupted my
Or
system.
Dr. Wells, sorry.
But anyways, yeah. While I do that, I just wanted to say hello to my good friend Sir Little Wolf, who's joining me tonight. Finally, woohoo! We got him on. How you doing,
Oh,
buddy?
hey. I'm so glad to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So glad we could finally get this hookup, man. It's awesome. We got some great people here tonight. Peter Noddle, of course, always good to see you, my friend. And yes, you were first, even though there was a bit of a fuck up with all those notifications going out. But yeah, Peter was first. Let it be said on the record.
All right.
Your pal Al,
It's
how you doing,
noted.
buddy? Clara Microraptor, hello, Clara. Good to see you.
Micro.
Um, hey, yay, yay, yay. Yeah, so I'm sure the rest of the bunch will start showing up soon. That's okay. So how you been, man? How you been?
Oh, it's been a roller coaster so far. I didn't expect to meet the person I was going to marry after a few months, and
Hmm.
just been crazy.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad
Thank
to
you.
be able to say that to you in person.
Oh, man. It's
Well,
just been so awesome.
I was actually quite surprised because I didn't even know that you were engaged.
It all actually happened rather sudden. We just kind of met in Limey's chat, the triggered Limey, and we met in his chat and just kind of started talking on Discord almost every day, and
Hmm.
just everything happened.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I hope you guys are happy together, man.
Yeah, so far we are. We have a nice little apartment over here
Excellent,
and two cats and a dog.
excellent. Whereabouts are you now?
Northern California area.
Nor- Northern California. Hmm. Sounds like a nice place to be.
It can be. Right now it's about kind of weather I'm used to. It's kind of cold, about getting
Hmm.
down to around 27, 36 sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least you're not freezing.
Not really.
Maybe close, but not freezing. That's a good thing. Right now,
Yeah.
I'd give anything for about a snow. Well,
Oh man.
I've
Uh,
I've been cooking my butt off down here in the tropics for like near 20 years. Huh.
Actually, one of the interesting things that we found out that I have
Hmm.
is something was called heat hives.
Really?
And it's when my body reaches a certain temperature,
Uh-huh.
my cells release histamines, and it makes it uh, go like an allergic reaction.
Oh
And
man.
I'll just get bumps all over my skin. And we tried lots of different things to try and help it, like oatmeal soap and oatmeal
Hmm.
bath stuff, and
Hmm.
um, the cream to try and help with it. And then one night she got some Benadryl and gave
Hmm.
me that, and that just once the Benadryl kicked in, the itching stopped, and so she realized it was the heat rising, and so we
Hmm.
got me on Claritin now. So, oh
Oh,
man,
cool.
lots of stuff have changed.
But it's keeping it under control, right?
Oh yeah. It's only been a few days now, so I'm keeping my paws crossed on it. So,
Hmm. Well, Clara says that you and your wife are so cute together.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
And,
we have a few pictures floating around.
and she goes on to explain that her name is Darcy.
Yes.
So now you are Mr. Darcy.
Technically, yes.
Technically, cool. Well, hello, Darcy. I hope we can have a chat one day and get to know each other and welcome you to the gang. It's a small community.
Technically,
We have fun.
I'm letting her sleep right now.
Cool, cool. And oh, Tiny Captain. Hello, Tiny Captain. How you doing,
Oh,
sir? How you doing?
ahoy, Captain.
Yeah, he says hi, Micro. There you go. Awesome. Always good to see these folks. You know, it's been so long since I've seen a lot of you. And yeah, Carl, I gotta, or actually Clive, Clive Everett. So your power is invisibility. Cool. Yeah, I know. Carl's might have to leave. Uh,
Oh, it's good
says
to
if I
see you,
vanish,
though.
it's naming up a reason. It's thanks to my power. It's really bad at the moment. Well, you know, you're not the only one. I lived with. I had to deal with that on a weekly basis when I first came here to Vietnam. But it's become a lot more stable over the years. So, but I know where you're coming from. To suddenly, boom, it's lights out. Do you have that problem very often in back there in California?
What's that?
Do you have like power cuts or power loss? Or you got a pretty stable grid there, I think.
Luckily, where we're at, we're above her parents' house, and her dad has a bunch of generators around, and he likes to be spoiled, so we have a heated toilet seat,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you are. I'm happy with the way things are now. I just hope it stays that way. You know,
Oh yeah, it's really
man.
nice. It's good to have a place where I can actually call home now.
Hmm. So, what have you been up to with your channel? I noticed lately you've been doing a lot of classic cartoons.
Well, yeah, that's really the only thing I've been doing because things have been really hectic with moving and getting married and then other things that happened before that.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I haven't been able to put up any of my other stories or I want to try and do my radio ones again, but I haven't had a
Hmm.
chance to. But now that things are finally settling down, I think I'll be able to do that. So.
Awesome. So we can look forward to bright new things in the year on your channel.
Oh yeah, and there are a few other things in the works. We went to the coast a little bit after I got here, and I actually discovered that I like hermit crabs. So we
Hmm.
might be getting a couple of hermit crabs and might
Hmm.
make some videos about them. That'll be
Hey,
pretty
that'd be
fun, I think.
awesome. That'd be awesome. You can make videos like Deadliest Catch.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah.
that could be, that could be fun.
It'll
Deadliest
actually
Hermit.
it'll be more interesting to see how the other animals
Hmm.
react. Especially the little dog. It's a little Russell Terrier,
Oh yeah.
so she likes to be top dog and everything. So that's interesting.
Cool. Cool. Well, sounds like things are moving good for you. Things are picking up.
Oh yeah, it was funny too because uh, the dog has trouble liking too many people, and like she ran up to me and did like a half bark and then rolled over in submission. It
You are
was
the alpha.
hilarious. It was
You are the
hilarious.
alpha.
I just
Awesome.
thought it was cute.
Awesome. Hey, Tiny Captain. Yeah, you're right. It was way back then. You were in high fum, I think. So yeah, it's been a while. Glad you can make it though. Glad you can make it. So yeah, so I got nothing really planned. It's just as usual, we just kind of throw shit at the fan and see what sticks. So if there's any topic you want to talk about, you just bring it up, okay, buddy?
Oh
In
yeah,
the
huh?
meantime, it's just a back and forth with the crowd.
Yeah, I'm
So
just not really sure. There's like so many things going on in my life at the moment, and my wife wants to do some things where she's picked out a bunch of really bad movies, and she
Hmm.
knows I like horror movies, and she picks out like really like below Z, if there is below
Hmm.
Z.
Okay. All right. There's a channel I've seen a couple of times. So bad it's good.
Oh,
They do
well,
kind of the same.
I don't know. These would almost make J.M. Truth look like he tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of them.
Okay. Well, that
One
could
of
be
them
fun.
was it was called Lamageddon, and like
Llama good.
one, yes, Lamageddon. There's a llama that comes up from hell and goes after kids. It's hilarious. It was so bad. My wife was sitting there. I don't know how much more of this I can watch, and I'm like, why not? This is hilarious. There's a guy
Oh.
giving birth to an egg.
Oh man, that's terrible. That's so bad.
Yes,
Llama.
it was
How
great.
did
I wanted to watch it again. She wouldn't let me.
how, how did it even get released?
It's one of those ones we were just bored looking up horror movies and it came up. There's another one called like Jack versus Lanterns.
Oh man. Oh,
Uh,
those sound really bad.
um,
You got to get her on that, man. I
oh
would love
yeah,
to see those. I'd love to see those
Tumbleweed of Death, I think was one or something like that. Just terrible
tumbleweed
ones. Oh
death.
my God.
Oh my
I
god.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, hey, Triggered Limey is in the house.
Oh,
Hello,
speaker of
sir.
Devil, we
Welcome.
talked about him earlier. We
How
met on
you
his
doing,
channel.
buddy? Yeah, awesome. And you got a real fan with Clara, boy. She says
Oh yeah.
Wolfie streams are awesome. And yes, I'm definitely biased. He's one of my best friends. So there you go.
Yay. We
And
can
Carl
we,
agrees.
we can deal with bias around here.
Oh, of course we can. Of course, bias is a must. It is a necessity for survival
Hmm.
here on
Especially on
YouTube.
the globe Earth.
Absolutely, B grade horror is awesome to watch.
Oh my
Some
God,
of it,
yes.
yeah, some of it can be pretty funny. Uh, but I'm not really much into horror. How about you?
Oh, I love it. I grew up on it. My first memories were watching horror movies, watching Night of the Living Dead and Carnival of Souls and just all of that
Mm,
old black and white stuff. My first dream was in black and white that I can remember.
mm. Well, you made Limey think about a movie called Rubber.
Oh, the
Have you seen that?
Deadly Tire. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to. It's on the list.
It's on the list. Yeah, man, you got to get her on that. I think that would be such a funny thing to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can get her to go on to camera or record, but I can get her to put down her feelings and do it that way, maybe. It just
Okay,
all
well,
depends on how comfortable she is.
yeah, of course, of course. I mean, it's not something you just turn on a camera and do. You
No,
know, some people have a hard time with that, but it's not that hard. Once you do the first one, it becomes easier with every go. So we
or just do
support you.
what I do and do an avatar.
That's right. We're all here to help anytime. All you got to do
Besides,
is
I look
ask.
cuter this way.
Hmm, awesome. So, let's see. Tiny Captain says, I love Wolfie, his cartoon collections too, and his storytelling is fantastic. I got lost in his telling of Lovecraft.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of different Lovecraft stories that I have and Lovecraftian type
Hmm.
stories that I have to go through and try and pick out which ones that would be good to read. and then
Hmm.
also which ones have the words that are the easiest. Because,
Hmm.
as we all know, Lovecraft liked to sound smart when he wasn't.
Like flirts.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what they're all about, right?
Well,
And we have
at
an
least he
Uncle Mike.
believed in aliens.
We have an Uncle Mikey in the house. Hello, Uncle Mikey. Welcome, welcome. I don't believe I've seen you in my side chat before,
Hmm.
but
I'll
either
try
way,
this one.
you're
That
welcome
works.
here.
So, welcome.
Hmm. Yeah. So, man, I've been away for a while. Been it's been rough. It's really been rough. I'm a little
Yeah, I
bit
heard
rusty
you
around here.
saying about all the testing and then
Oh
also the
God, the end.
internet
Oh
going
yeah.
out and just
Well, it's
all of
usually
that.
all a
Wow.
big push before Christmas. Midterm exams, and you got to do all the grading. Then I got to do reports for like 400 students, and then I have to do weekends. I do parent meetings where I have one-on-one parent meetings for like uh, about 200 students because I'm the main teacher for those four schools. So I've done two of them already. I got two more of them after my holiday. But yeah, and then the internet crapping out. My router just went poof,
Oh no.
and yeah, I had to wait for the text to come up, put in a new one. It was forget it. It said I'm done. But unfortunately, it happened on a day where there were no texts around, so I had to wait a day or two to get a new one. So yeah, it's been one thing after another. But now I'm in the first bit of my Tet holiday, which by the way, we just had our Tet New Year's last night.
Ooh,
Welcome to the Chinese or the Vietnamese New Year, 2023, the year of the cat. I'm sure Tusk loves that.
yeah. Tia was out there somewhere. They would like that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the year of the cat now, so I don't know how that's going to bode for me. I'm allergic to cats. Deathly, deathly allergic to cats. Can't have them anywhere near me. Get them away from me because I tell you, I die.
You can't be allergic to wear overlords. That's just not gonna work. Get
Mm.
Zyrtec.
And the thing is, I don't even know what it is that about cats that does it to me. I just know that if a cat comes in the room and I don't notice him and he stays hidden and I don't know he's there, I tell you, within 20 minutes, I'll know he's there.
Most of the time, it's the cat dander, basically
Um,
cat dandruff.
that's what I hear. Could also have something to do with the shedding of their fur.
Yeah,
Uh,
that too.
yeah, but I know that once they're in the room, that's it. It takes but 20 minutes, and I am just stuffed up so bad I can't breathe. My eyes burn, they water. Uh,
Ooh.
it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And the thing is, you get rid of the cat after about an hour or so, it settles down, but
Hmm.
it doesn't go away completely until I clean the room, vacuum, and make sure they get rid of all that fuzz and shit.
Does eating them do the same thing? Oh wait,
Uh
I'd have to ask Tusk that.
huh. Well, I don't know. Eating them is curiously satisfying. I'm sure Tusk will agree on that point.
Oh, I think many would.
Were you there for that stream?
I don't think so. I like you. I've been kind of gone for quite a
Yeah,
bit. I had a lot of things happen where I was staying, and it was just not a good place to be. And
yeah,
oh Lord,
yeah. You were talking about that last year,
yeah, it just
but yeah, it
wasn't
was a
good.
it was a live stream I did back in November. I think it was before December, where Tusk and I did a whole stream about cats, and he did a video of actually uh, making a cat stew or something. It was awesome. It was
Oh,
so.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Oh man, and I swear to God, the recipe sounds so good.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean,
Oh, it was great. It was on. You got to go back and check that out. That's
I
really good.
definitely will. Tusk
Oh
is
man, it
definitely
was
fun,
fun. It was fun. Oh, we
especially with
really
that accent.
did. Snowy the kitten posse. Meow. Worship me. I am a cat. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, we know who you are. I bet you dollars to donuts. That's Clive. Zebulon. Zebulon
Ooh,
181.
it's a
Oh
Zeb.
man, I haven't seen you in ages. How you doing, brother? How you doing,
Wow,
buddy?
I
Great
get
to
to
have
see
you
all
here.
my old friends. I see
Yeah.
them all in the chat, but
We have Mr. Wonderful
yeah.
24. Hello,
Hello,
sir.
hello.
Welcome, welcome. Wow. People are starting to pop in. People I haven't heard from in a while. Eddie. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, darling?
Uh,
Hi from me and Tusk.
hello,
Hello, Eddie.
hello.
Always great to have you here.
I'd say
She
hi
always
from
makes me
Alaska,
smile.
but I'm not there anymore.
Yeah. Eddie always makes me smile, you know. She's such a sweetheart.
It's that voice.
Hmm. Tusk is a luckier man than I think he wants to admit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. But I haven't met yours yet, so I'm looking forward to getting to know her.
Oh
So I'm
man,
sure
she
she's a
spoils
wonderful
me.
girl. Hmm.
She actually makes me eat vegetables. It's weird.
Awesome. Awesome.
She's tricky with it. She cuts it all up and mixes it in, so it's like it's hard to separate it.
Hmm.
And then she's got me taking vitamins now, which is odd. And she got me drinking water, and it's hint water, so it has like bits of flavor of like lemon and blueberry or watermelon or
Hmm.
something. And she got me hooked on those, so she's getting me healthier.
Oh man, the variety of fruit we have here in Vietnam is unbelievable. She'd love it here.
Yeah, and that's another thing she wants to do. She wants to drag me around the world and uh,
Mhm.
have me climb mountains with her and different things like that. So
Hey, cool. If you're up for it,
yeah,
I'm
it'll
too
probably
old
be
for that.
something we're gonna do.
I'm too old for that shit. I could never keep up with that. Never. Just so petered out.
Well, I got promised a prize at the top, so
Hmm.
it'll be worth it.
Hmm.
What do you want, cat? I have a
So
cat that wants to sit in my lap.
cool. Ah, we got Archangelus Lune with us. Hey, Arc, how you doing, brother? Good to see you,
Hello,
man.
Art.
Yeah,
Long time no see.
Clive. It's always a very unique occasion when Tusk is around, like a free gift that you have pre-ordered.
Yay!
Oh, you're a card. You know, Clive has been on me for God knows how long now with that wretched song that I hate so much. You know, you've actually corrupted my sister. Now
Uh
she's
oh.
doing it to me. Now she's doing it to me. And yeah, she sent me a video, and I don't know if I want to play it, but she sent me a video. I couldn't believe my ears.
Uh oh.
Uh oh. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe she'll pop in. Hope so.
Oh
That'd be
man.
cool.
It was kind of interesting when Clive can push your buttons.
Oh, he always does. There he goes again. Yeah, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh man, he just keeps it. Just gets me every time. That's right, Zebulon. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I don't know why that song irritates me so much. It's not that it's terrible. Kids love it. Kids go nuts over it. Even now, it's been out so long, they're still loving it. You
Well,
know, so I don't
it's
know. I don't
probably
hold that.
almost like the equivalent to the old Barney song, "I love you, you love me."
Oh God,
That
the
that
song that.
old one too, and
Okay.
then you had the Teletubbies with their freaky songs and dancing
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's
whatnot.
like that. The song that never ends. God, that used to bug me for a long. It took me a long while to get over that one.
Thankfully, I never listened to that.
Well,
I was too I was busy listening to Metallica and country. So
well, being a grade school teacher, I don't have a choice. I'm going to hear that song at least 3 4 times a day during the week. You know, every time I go to a different school to teach a class, there's some teacher in that school that's playing it,
oh,
rocking it loud, and the kids are going nuts.
just tell them you'll play them a classical German boy band, Rammstein.
You know, I had that idea, but if you play the chicken dance, they'll go nuts over that too.
Oh no. Well, that one's not as annoying. At least that one's
Yeah.
fun and everybody likes to dance to it. So
Yeah.
now it's going through my head.
Oh man. But the thing is, I don't even know why that song bothers me so much. It just really gets under my skin. You know, when I'm at work, when I'm in the classroom, I'm teaching the kids. I can tune it out and it doesn't bother me at all. But it's away from work. You know, when I'm not in the classroom with the kids, it grates on me.
Well, then again, it's almost like with the kids seeing you outside of school sometimes. It's like seeing a bear out in the wild. It's like, what's going
Yeah,
on? You're supposed to be in school, teacher.
that's right. You're supposed to be in a cage in the corner of the classroom. We let you out to teach our lessons, you know?
We have to fill his water bottle.
That's right. You know, throw me some food pellets now and
Change his bedding.
then. You know,
Oh no.
absolutely.
Oh, now I have the Twilight Zone. People are like all over.
Yeah, Clara says, "Are all these catchy songs getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?"
Hmm?
Not all of them, just that one.
Da da da. Oh,
Oh God, Teletubbies, the greatest friggin' insult to children's television. Oh God. Oh, they are a really bad acid trip. Really bad.
that would be an interesting argument. Which was the worst kids' TV show?
Yeah. Yeah,
There
it would
was
be.
that one animated one with the guy with the long penis.
I'm not sure.
It was like
I come
Dutch or
from
something like that. Someone
yeah,
in the audience will know.
yeah. When I was growing up, children's TV was a lot different, you know, back in the early 70s, mid 70s.
Is
It
that
was
like the Rocky and Bullwinkle days, or?
Rocky and Bullwinkle, yeah. And we had the original Sesame Street
Mhm.
and the Electric Company. Let's see, who else did we have? We had Mr. Dress Up, Captain Kangaroo, um,
Bozo?
yeah, Mr. Green Jeans,
Oh Lord.
The Friendly Giant. That was another one.
Oh man, there are so many old shows I'm remembering now, like Count
Yeah.
Duckula.
Oh no, Clara, the guy with the long penis, Wolfie. That's a mirror.
Oops, sorry.
Does that mean John Holmes sings and dances? No, he don't do none of that. He just swings. Oh
Swing
man.
low, sweet cherry. Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my god. The triggered limey. What has he got? Um, this is a song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because. And then rinse and repeat. Exactly. Oh God. What show was that from? I can't remember the name of the show what that was from. It was that woman with the little
Lamb chop?
sheep hand puppet.
Lamb chops?
What was that?
Lamb chops play
Lamb
along where
chops.
kids
That's it.
come to play along.
Yeah, lamb chops. That was the puppet's name.
So many
Oh,
shows I haven't watched in forever, and I still remember their theme song.
hmm?
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. To the
Oh
planet
man,
too. You
Mystique.
can be one too. Oh, hello.
Hiya, Tina. How you
Mama
doing? Good to
Tina,
see
hello,
you.
hello.
Long time. Hi. Welcome. Always nice to have you here. Oh man, that's awesome. It's so good to see all of you guys popping back after I've been away for so long. You know, it means the world to me that you guys actually remember that I'm still around. You know,
Well,
I
you're
just
a great guy,
can't get over it.
and you have a fun stream, and it's fun to come in and hang out after
It's
whatever long day and just hang
yeah,
out.
it's just a talking head, laughing and having some fun with whatever's going on in the world. You know.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, what's the point of being all serious and doing a high production live stream? You know, fuck, nah. Just
You're a
come on
teacher.
in,
You can't afford high production.
throw your two bits into the argument. Throw your two bits into the argument, you know, or the conversation. What everybody's got a voice here, you know. That's what I keep saying. Whatever it is, that's what I'm all about. Um, Tiny Captain says, I remember what that one, Wolfie, was the same time as Sport Billy.
Hmm, I'm not sure
Sport
if I
Billy. That
remember
sounds
Sport.
familiar.
I watched so
Sport
many
Billy.
different cartoons and shows.
Hmm. And Bob the Builder.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
didn't watch that one. That one was a little bef- after mine. But
Yeah. Well, most of these shows are after my time, but still, you know, being a teacher, I was still exposed to a lot of them.
yeah, and luckily with my daughter, I got her watching Scooby Doo and Inuyasha and things
Hmm.
like that. So I
Hmm.
didn't really have to sit down and watch those kind of
Yeah.
shows.
And then when kids started getting into YouTube and stuff, they started really getting into the Dora the Explorer when they moved that to YouTube. That seems pretty.
Luckily, even then, she would still kind of want to look up things on anime or things on Scooby Doo or
Yeah.
things like that. So I wasn't really too worried about her watching
Yeah.
like Dora the Explorer. It was with her, she liked one that was called Octonauts, where they would go underwater and have adventures there. That was actually a
Hmm.
cute one.
Hmm. Man, the Magic Roundabout. I don't recall ever hearing about that one, Clive. But then again, you're referencing probably what was it in the UK, whereas I was growing up in Canada, so I had a lot of the US content. Um,
Oh, you can't do that on television.
oh,
Sorry.
God. Oh, yeah,
Oh, I
Thomas the
love
Tank
that show.
Engine. I remember Thomas the Tank Engine, and there was another one, Timmy the Tugboat.
No, I don't think I saw that one. I knew the tank engine.
Yeah, yeah, there was some really good stuff. Really good stuff.
And then
Back
they
when
had
kids
ones
was
like the Toxic Crusaders, which was based off of the Toxic Avenger, which was a movie from, oh my God, Lloyd Kaufman.
oh god, I think the worst thing that ever happened to cartoons and kids TV was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was
Hmm.
so bad.
Actually, I think it was SpongeBob, but
Well, yes, of course we watched the Muppet Show. Of course, Al. I grew up with the Muppet Show, man. Who was your favorite Muppet?
Sweetums.
Sweetums? For me, it was Animal. Animal on the drums and Fozzie Bear. He was my second favorite.
Yeah, but you had Sweetums standing there being all big and mean, and then
But the
he's all of a
best one,
sudden, no, I loved you guys. You guys are awesome, you friends.
but the best ones were those two old geezers that were hecklers up in the gallery.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
they were hilarious. Those two always used to heckle the crap out of Fozzie.
I loved them in the movies too. It's like, yeah, see the world, you said. Take a cruise, you said. Now we're stuck on the front of this stupid boat. Yeah, well, it could be worse. We could be stuck in the audience. I'm a dork.
Oh man. Oh, Tina, really? Turtles was cool. It's Teletubbies and Power Rangers that ruined kids' TV. Well, I kind of have to agree with you. If you're going to put them all three of those together, I guess Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the lesser of all evils. So I kind of have to side with Tina on that one. Teletubbies and Power Rangers definitely were the final nails in the coffin.
Hmm.
Huh.
I don't know. I like the Power
Uh,
Rangers. The original ones, but the ones after that,
Sweden had a show that was called Five Ants is More Than Four Elephants. It was pretty much Sesame Street, but instead of puppets, it was three people teaching kids the same things as Sesame Street. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I never heard of that one. But then again, it's from Sweden. So why would I? Cool.
especially back then, it was a lot harder. Like, unless you had somebody taping it and sending it to you.
Mm. Tiny Captain liked the Swedish chef. He was funny too. Yeah. Mork, 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 mork.
Yeah, my wife loves that one. And
Oh, yeah.
there's one where they have him like cutting up different things in the tomatoes, or trying to get him to cut up different things other than the tomatoes. And
Yeah.
then they try and get him to use something other than a knife, and they're like, use a bazooka. And he's like, oh, bazooki.
Yoo-hoo, look at you. I take
Oh
the
man.
chicken, you put the
Oh
chicken
my
on
god.
the counter, and then the mark, mark, mark.
It was
Oh, he
always
was
more
funny.
fun around my ex's family because her aunt was part Swedish, so it annoyed her. So we would do it.
Oh man, that's funny. Gonzo was pretty good. Yeah, he was pretty good. But I don't know. I thought the hecklers, those two old geezers, Fozzie and Animal, just took the show every time they came on. It was great. Yeah. And what was
One
that
of
other
the
spin?
um, one of the other things that kind of made it so that me and my wife knew that we were kind of meant for each other
Uh
was
huh.
we both really loved an episode of the Muppet Fairy Hour or whatever that they had, and they had one that was called the Frog Prince, and we
Oh
both
yeah, I think I
knew
remember.
that one, and it had the little girl that couldn't talk correct and everything,
Mm.
and but we both knew it, and I had found it on YouTube, and we both watched it, and then about
Yeah,
I'd
I
say
think
a
I
day
remember that.
later we were dating.
Yeah, I think I remember that one. It's been a long time, man. Long time. But that was great TV. That was. Oh, Clive Wells. Yes, Paddington Bear. I remember Paddington Bear. It was a little bit dull at times, but generally not bad for kids, you know?
Another one for me would be Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Clifford the.
Big Red Dog.
Oh, yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
him. Yeah. Waldorf and Statler. I don't think I have ever seen them.
What about Eureka's Castle?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, okay.
No.
I think that was a Canadian one
Mm,
somewhere in the early 90s.
hmm. No. Trying to remember some other ones.
Yeah, there
Oh, do
were
you
so
remember?
many.
You remember a Jim Henson spinoff called Fraggle Rock?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was pretty cool.
Down
I
to
love the
Fraggle
little
Rock.
doozers,
Down to Fraggle Rock.
little construction dudes. They're
Hmm.
building all kinds of stuff, and then the little miserable Fraggles come along and eat it all.
They look like walking peas.
They were. That's exactly what how you would describe them. Just walking peas. Yeah, building all. But they were cool.
Then, of course, you had the Smurfs.
Yeah, the Smurfs, but they
And
were
then the
more animated.
Yeah, and then they had the underwater ones. What was it? The Snorks?
The Snorfs I never saw.
It was like the Snorks or something like that. And
Hmm.
it was basically the Smurfs but underwater.
But underwater. Yeah. I mean, I used to have a whole collection of different uh, uh, rubber uh, Smurf dolls, little
Oh,
Smurf
okay.
characters.
Yeah.
I used to have hundreds of them all over my shelf in my room when I was a kid. You know, had them all.
Or,
I even had the big plastic mushroom house that you could buy.
oh,
Put all
okay.
the Smurfs in. Yeah, I remember all of that stuff, man.
The one I
They were.
remember getting a lot was like the old WWF action figures that were really huge.
Oh,
And you could
okay.
like bend their arms in different positions.
Yeah, I used to have GI Joe that went with the kung fu grip.
Okay, the really tall ones,
That they're really
like
the
the
original ones,
actual
the big ones.
standing. Yeah,
Had actual felt for hair. It
yeah,
had the
okay.
uniform with the buttons you could take off and change his uniform. You know,
Yeah,
he
I
had a
think one of my favorite documentaries I saw maybe 4 months ago was about like the development of the GI Joe, how it
hmm
went from being the big doll to
yeah,
being the little figure, and then being like the weird extreme figure that they tried to do for a while. That was
yeah.
crazy.
And now they're just these tiny little plastic things that just what's the point? It ain't GI Joe anymore.
Hmm.
You know,
Of
yeah,
course,
I
my
remember
favorite thing to do with those was I would take pieces of wood from the backyard, take four
that.
nails and three large rubber bands, make a
Mhm.
wrestling ring out of that, take chicken wire, make ladders, chairs, tables, and then take the GI Joes and make them wrestle on that.
Awesome. That's awesome. We were inventive. We had to be when we were kids. We didn't have all the tech that the kids have today.
Well, I didn't
You
have
know?
the money to buy the
No, man.
in-store ring, and I didn't want to spend $50 on it. And it was like I could spend that money on something else.
Yeah, I didn't even bother spending the money. I just went a couple of blocks down the street from where I lived, where there was a construction site building apartment buildings. So I just raided that for wood or whatever I could find.
And my dad had a bunch of it in our backyard. For some reason,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it was there when we bought the place, and we
yeah,
just didn't get rid of it. And eh, it
yeah.
was just scrap wood. We weren't doing anything with it.
Back in our day, we had to be inventive. We had to be creative. You know.
We used
Hey, Tuska's in the
string
house.
and cans to talk to each other.
Tuska's in the house. I used to have an Action Man GI Joe personal carrier that I could ride on when I was about 6. They were about 4 inches high now. Yeah, I remember that. I
Hmm.
remember that. Good to
It's
see you, by
actually
the way.
kind of funny. Is if I wanted to, I could actually probably ride in one of those Power Wheels still. Those little
Mm.
cars that are made for kids. I could probably still ride in one of those. I'm still small enough. Like,
Zebulon, you read my mind. I did that. I lived in an apartment building on the fourth floor, and I used to put a parachute on my GI Joe, throw him out the freaking window, and my buddy down on the street would try and catch him. I've done that. I figured out real quick you needed more than 4 square inches of parachute because that sucker went down like a rock.
oh, do you
Then I
remember
used,
those flimsy plastic green ones? Those little
oh
green ones they used to try and give out?
yeah,
Oh, Lord. Those were
yeah.
terrible.
Then I used a pillowcase, and the wind caught him, took him way like a quarter of a mile away. My buddy and I had to go hunting for him. You know, when I was a kid, I don't know if you've ever done this, but when I was a kid, I was into model rocketry. I used to love doing that. Build model rockets and just fire them off in a local park. And I had this model. It stood about 2.5 feet high of a Saturn V rocket.
Oh,
It had like
nice.
it had 4 engines in the bottom of it, like
Hmm.
four of the solid rocket engines, and it had two stages. And it took me like a month to build this thing. And I fired it off, and it went so high I never saw the damn thing again.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know where that sucker came down, but I
It
fired that thing
stuck
off,
to
and that
the
was the last
dome.
I ever saw of it. That was the last I ever saw of it, man. I was so upset that day. I put so much into that rocket.
Most of my time as a kid was spent uh, during the day. It was in the summertime. I was either at swimming class, karate class, or tennis.
Hmm.
And that was so I was out and about busy and my dad didn't have to worry about me. And
Ah, yeah.
then when I wasn't doing that, I was down in the basement because it was cooler there.
Hmm.
And I had my TV there, my Nintendo, and two VCR set up so you could do the tape to tape.
Oh, cool. Cool. That was before they introduced video stabilization.
Oh no, they still kind of had that. It would do the whole get darker and lighter
Oh,
through the
yeah.
movie, and my my friends would learn not to let me borrow their movies really quick.
I did that for a while. I
Well,
even
the
as a
thing was, we lived down the street from a Piggly Wiggly
mm,
that rented out movies, and then 4 blocks from that was another little mom and pop rental, and then 2 blocks from that was another one. And then a
mm,
block from that was the library. So I mean, if one place didn't have something, I could just run down the way. And it was
yeah.
back in the time where your parents could sit there and write a note saying, "Let this kid rent the rated R movie. I'm not coming in. As long as it's not X rated, I don't care."
Excuse me. Tusk says my favorite toy when I was a child was my imagination. The vomit bucket is to your left. Oh, Tusk, you kill me. But you're right. When we were kids, that's all we had was our imagination. We didn't have all the tech kids have today. They got it easy. They got it good. We had to make our own fun, you know?
And if we were
That's
extra lucky, we had a cardboard box.
that's why we're in trouble so much. Oh man. So, uh what what the hell is that? Dogtanian. Do you know what that is?
Um, Sounds familiar.
I've never heard of it.
I'd have to look it up later. I'd probably have to see something from it
Hmm.
again. There were so many different ones I remember watching as a kid, where it's like I remember bits and pieces, and that's like that's
Hmm.
all, and then it's like it's lost to the ether.
Yeah. Peter Nuttall says, Battle Cats.
Ooh, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, actually, I
I'm
don't
sure
remember
Tusk
if
would
it
have
was
loved
any
that.
good, but
Yeah, I'm sure Tusk would have loved that.
probably
See,
or
Eddie
not.
knows about Ductanian. I've never heard of it. I've never, honest
Hmm.
to God, I've never heard of it.
It was actually kind of interesting. One night I was kind of hitting the vape pen and I was bored and I was like, what were the cartoons growing up in the 90s? And I made the mistake of looking it up and then there's like a whole list of like 300 shows and it's like I've only heard of like 20 of them.
Yeah, I
And
know,
then you
man.
read a couple of them and it's like you find out why and it's like it was aired for one episode and then it was like so offensive for some reason and they're like we're not showing this again. Okay.
And Jens is in the house. Hello, Jens. Great to see you. Ahoy, ahoy, gentle
Hello,
people.
hello.
Awesome. Christian, how you doing, buddy? It's the tuba master himself.
Hello,
Welcome.
Christian. Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see is right. Cool. Awesome. So I'm sure, you know what? I don't know if I should show this video, but maybe just to appease Clive, I will.
That's
So
always a good idea.
yeah, it's only
Appeasing the
like
Clive.
it's only 10 seconds long, but I'm willing to grit my teeth and bear it just to
Okay.
put a smile on Clive's face. So, Clive, this one's for you. There you go, Clive. That was just for you. Oh man. That's
That
what my
was mean.
sister
I
said.
mean, you didn't even tell us what it was. You just said it was 10 seconds long.
You didn't recognize that?
No, I did. It was just you didn't warn us what it was.
Oh, that's what my sister sent me. And it's
Ah,
all your fault, Clive. You have corrupted my sister.
and it is now forever on his channel unless he takes this video down.
Nah, you know what? I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I've been putting up with that song for so long. I'm sure eventually I'll reach the point where I did with the song that never ends. I'll finally get over it and just not let it bother me anymore.
Oh
So
no, it
yeah,
would be one of those evil song mergers, where like they combined like a rap song with like a blues song, and now we're
yeah,
gonna have the Baby Shark meets the Never Ending.
yeah. Yes, I believe you're right, Captain. I think that was Amsterdam North. Oh man.
It's the shark that goes on.
See, Mystique got a laugh out of it. Baby shark, lol. Fritz the cat. I remember Fritz the cat.
Ooh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember Fritz the cat. Didn't see much of him, but I do remember seeing him.
And of course, you have like Chippendale Rescue Rangers,
Huh?
DuckTales, Tailspin.
Mm-hmm. There's so many great shows and great stuff back from our day. You know, uh, memories of
I
the
would still
day.
much rather watch a lot of those than whatever is on nowadays.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I haven't watched a new movie in I'd say at least 6 years, maybe longer. I think the last new theatrical release that I saw was Avatar.
Are you talking about the one with the
The
long
film,
blue
the film.
scarecrows?
Yeah, yeah, the James Cameron, the
Okay.
first. That was the last big movie that I actually sat down and watched.
Dances with
I just,
Wolves in Space.
yeah, I mean, it was it's, TV and movies and things in the past 10 years have just gone downhill. I just lost interest in it. The
Well, see,
Discovery Channel became the Ghost Hunter Channel. National
yeah.
Geographic became the Fishing Channel. It's like, God, give it up. you
Actually, it
know?
was the Travel Channel that got the Ghost one, but you're right.
Yeah,
And
I
but
don't
it
know.
was just so many of them because like even like the TLC, which was the learning channel,
Yeah, yeah,
that turned into my 600 pound life and my obsession with eating whatever. I'm gonna eat this lint from the couch because I'm
yeah,
going to. It's like
yeah.
it turned
I
it
oh
from being educational to being what the heck.
yeah. I think Discovery Channel has become the new reality channel, like uh, Gold Rush, and those friggin' stupid battle bots and shit. And,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
And it's like so many of them, it's because they've gotten bought up by different people and uh, more
mm,
bought up by the wrong people.
yeah. So let's see. Uh, Clive says fishing is boring. Well, if you're going to sit there and watch it on television, yeah, it's freaking boring. But if it's in short videos that are interesting, or it's an activity that you're actually involved in doing, it's not that bad. It's actually quite relaxing. I wish I knew how. I never grew up with fishing. Uh,
That's actually
Sometimes I
something
think it
my
might be.
wife is gonna get me doing is going out and doing stuff like that too. And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, if you can't find the fishing equipment in our garage, you're looking in the wrong place." So
Hmm.
apparently,
It's
her
not.
dad's like a fishing
Yeah, it's not
addict.
something I
So
ever really got into. But then again, that's part of being grown up a city boy. You know.
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Well, either kind of big town, small city, somewhere around there. But yeah,
Hmm. Tiny Captain. It is still TLC, but now it means the lazy channel.
yeah, it's
Uh,
something me and my wife do a lot. Is we'll watch different like documentaries on YouTube, and we were watching one about
yeah.
how the Learning Channel went from being educational to suddenly
Mhm.
being whatever the heck it's become.
Yeah, whatever they can fill the airtime with, you know.
And they're
Uh,
like, yeah, it's educational, so you can learn what not to do. It's like, yeah, but you're
yeah,
shaming the
and
person. It's like, it's not
yeah,
helping.
Zebulon makes a good point. The History Channel used to be one of my favorite channels, but now it's become like ancient aliens, freaking
Oh, I
conspiracy theories and all kinds of stupidity.
I love the History Channel, and I still watch a lot of the History Channel stuff on YouTube. I mean, I
The good
still
stuff.
I still like watching stuff on like Monster Quest. I still like watching things on Bigfoot and things like that because it's fun.
Yeah,
But like watching the stuff on ancient aliens, it's like no, humans built the pyramids. I'm sorry, get over it.
yeah, yeah. You're right. It's like wow, what happened? You know, where did it all go down? You know,
Uh,
it's
it's
just
just
everything's gone to crap. And now everything is going AI. They're even too fucking lazy to create the content themselves anymore. They're starting to use AI. That's the big thing now.
and some of it that they're coming up with is kind of cool because
Yeah.
I've seen articles where the AI came up with different nano
Uh-huh.
constructions So that was kind of cool. And then also them coming up with what was it, their own physics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. But then it's like, like you said, them making the pictures or making the stories or no, come on, people.
Yeah.
It's fun to do when you have something to drink or imbibe in other things and sit down with your friends and have a good time. But don't make that
Yeah.
all your content.
I think AI is a great thing when it's used for the right purposes. Especially things like scientific research and R&D. AI can be a big bonus, a big help. But when you start using it to create artistic content or things like that, I mean, what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
What's the point? I mean, you go on YouTube, you see all these videos on AI created this image, you know, it totally automated Photoshop or whatever. I mean, what the fuck's the point anymore? I'm sorry for that.
And then
I
all you have to
studied
do
design.
is type in like three different
Well,
words
that's
and
just it.
oh,
That was part of my education was multimedia design and communication. That's what I wanted to teach when I first started. You know, professional presentation skills and building PowerPoints and designing for the web and so on. Now it's to the point where you push a button and the machine does it for you. When I was going to school learning multimedia design, the first thing our teacher or our instructor told us right at the beginning says, "Look at your keyboard. If you can find a key on there that says art, I'll give you a million bucks." There is no art key on the keyboard. And he
mhm.
was right. That's the way it ought to be. Now there is an art key. It's called AI. It's taking the fun out of design. And I think the creativity as well. But that's just me.
And it's like, haven't we had enough like movies and stories and even people in the scientific community itself warning us against things that could go wrong?
Hmm.
We should listen to them.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a video on YouTube not long ago. I think it was last week where they actually had AI write a script.
Hmm. Like a computer script or like
I'm
a
not can't remember exactly what the script was for, but they actually had AI like write a script with and do character development and things like that. I mean, if it gets to
oh,
that point, what the hell is the root? What?
there was one that I remember where they had two AIs that were talking with each other and then they
Mhm,
developed their own language to talk to each other. And then the
mhm.
people were like, no, we can't have them do that.
That's scary shit.
Just a
That
little.
is scary shit. That's iRobot territory. You know. Um, oh man, that's frightening. That really
The-
is
Yeah,
frightening.
these are the things I look up at night when everyone's asleep and I've had a few hits on the vape pen and I want to scare myself.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, they're developing this stuff right now. Oh, yay.
yeah. I mean, talk about removing the human from the human experience. I mean, with all this AI and stuff, what the hell is the point anymore?
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna be
W-
music,
Yeah.
art, everything else. They're done math now. They're working on science with the nano. They're
Uh
just
huh.
taking everything. We're gonna become obsolete men like the Twilight Zone said.
Yeah. I mean, where is the point where what they're able to do is so far beyond human capacity that we become their servants?
Well, part of the argument too is that once we get them to be able to work all the other things, it'll supposedly free up humans to do other things. But the other things humans tend to free up their time with, at least the majority of the ones would not be healthy things.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all really just. It's
Oh, so
all very.
that's why the AI would decide to stop us because we're doing stupid things. Wait, okay,
Mhm.
I side with the robots. Never mind.
Mhm.
I give up now. I'll just submit.
uh, Clive. But does it take a lot to outwit Slappy the Clown? No, it doesn't.
Not really. I mean, Homer
All
could
you,
do it.
all you need to do to outwit Slappy the Clown is be awake.
Just roll
Uh,
a beer down the hallway and then run the other way.
I mean, flat Earth. It seems to me like it's it's crashing and burning and nobody notices.
Uh, it's not really crashing and burning. It's more kind of doing a weird phoenix. It's kind of burned itself down,
Hmm.
and now the new undergrowth of flurflings are coming up.
Mhm.
They're just regurgitating the same pollen. So,
Yeah, it's kind of like what happens to an aircraft in flight if it loses its tail.
mhm.
It starts to developing what's called the fugoid phenomenon, where
Yeah.
it climbs because it's got no tail, so it automatically wants to pitch its nose up for some reason till it stalls, then it drops and picks up speed, and then the wings pick up lift again. And just does this fugoid movement up and down until it finally eventually crashes. Uh, I think that's kind of like what's happening to flat Earth right now. They keep going up and down, up and down, but eventually they got to crash.
And luckily, right now we're only dealing with like the graduation class of November, so it's all good.
Hmm. My question is, what's FTFT going to do when it's finally gone?
Hmm, that's a good question. I don't know.
Well, that's all his channel is about. If he doesn't come up with some new content soon, he's going to
Well,
run out of stuff to do.
you can go to Hollow Earth.
Hmm.
Hollow Earth, that would work.
So, well, okay, yeah. Hollow Earth, that might be fun.
At least that one's interesting. I mean, that's a Earth inside of an Earth
Yeah,
that somehow has a sky that's the same as
yeah,
our sky.
yeah, and somehow is able to recycle the air, so we never run out of breathable air. You know, how does a hollow Earth have a day and night? I'm,
Well, that one's kind of easy because that's the one where the sun would loop through the Earth at some point. So then you would have nighttime on top of the Earth, and then you would have daytime in the Earth.
oh man. Okay.
I think I've had too much caffeine.
Maybe I got to rethink my channel direction. I gave up on flat Earth long ago, but maybe I should start making hollow Earth videos.
Or at least like make a couple where you're looking at like the different ones because they have like the hollow Earth, concave Earth.
Yeah.
Uh, there's
Well,
so many different ones.
yeah,
Just have fun.
concave Earth is it's kind of like flat Earth with a twist, but hollow Earth that has some promising. Uh, how should I say? There's some promising videos in that.
And at least they made a book with it. I mean, you had Journey to the Center of the Earth,
Well,
and they
yeah, I
had the
mean,
movie, and
that's
so
yeah, but that we know that was science fiction. That was you know.
or was it?
Oh,
I mean, they
conspiracy.
have the movies with The Rock now. I mean, it's all like hidden spoken language. It's National
Conspiracy.
Treasure type
Huh.
levels.
we're talking a whole new level of stupid here. Ooh, mm,
Oh,
that could
Lord.
be fun. Gonna have to give that some thought, folks.
We're the special ed Illuminati people.
Uh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Tiny Captain says there will always be people like Flatzoid and Brian's illogic
Mm,
that will believe people like Jokely. Yeah, you're
sad,
right.
sad, sad.
Which doesn't say much for them.
Very true.
Yeah, you got to be quite a friggin' dullard to follow people like that.
Especially when all you have to do is like open your eyes and look.
Well, yeah, just kind of think. It's just simple reasoning. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
my wife says I suffer from this thing called logic that like stops me from believing these things for some reason.
Logic is a terrible thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm always watching something with her and I'll say something where it could fix it and she's like, "But you're thinking logically. Stop it here."
Well, I can't help it. Been doing it so long.
And it's like usually my answer would be the simplest one you go to and it'd just be wrapped up nice and simple in a half-hour show.
Hmm. What's this? Richie Poos. Eddie and I have to gang out in the real world stuff. Dear Andrasta. All right. Well, you take care.
Bye, Tuscanet.
You take care there, Tusk. See you later, Eddie. Keep in touch, okay? You too. Um, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate you being here.
Hey, wait,
Take
we
care.
just found a good drag name for Tuscanet.
Tuscanet. Ooh. We could
Somebody
do
write that down. We need to do something with this.
We could do something with that.
I
Tuscanet.
know it's giggling. I'm sure.
Cool. Oh well. So
It's
yeah.
$1.50 idea. People do something. Oh.
Yeah. Well, this year I hope is going to be a smoother ride. I'm hoping things are going to settle down for me and maybe get back to doing what I love to do here on this channel. It's
Yeah.
been too long since I've actually sat down and created content, but I got so many other things on my plate, content wise, for other people that I need to start delivering on. But I want to get back to my channel, so yeah, I have some ideas,
That's
but
how I feel with mine too.
yeah, I've got some ideas, but I need to think them through a bit, and I'll fill you guys in, all of you, on what I'm planning and get your input, because what I do here and what I do on my channel, it's for you guys. It's something. If it's not something that you like, then there's no point in me doing it. So let me just flesh out some of my ideas, and then maybe next week on this stream, uh, I'll present what I've got. It's the ideas I hope to implement this year for my channel, and get your feedback. Because what you guys think means a lot, and it drives what I do. You know, so yeah. And as far as your channel there, Little Wolf, I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. It sounds like you got some interesting things in the works, and
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see those bad movies from your girl. Oh,
Oh
man,
yeah. Those are going to be fun. I don't know if they're
Well,
going to be fun to watch, but they're going to be
yeah,
fun.
those I'm looking forward to. So yeah, absolutely. So what else have you got planned? Anything else you want to kind of let out of the bag?
Not really just yet.
Hmm.
Just hoping to get back into a regular routine of putting content out again.
Yeah.
Like you said, my cartoon ones have been a staple, so those are always there. But
Mhm.
I want to get back into reading stories again. Lots of people miss those,
Mhm.
and just random whatever pops into my head.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Well, we got about 10 minutes left. So, oh, there was one thing I wanted to kind of say. You know how much our community has always uh, believed in helping people out when they needed to, and so on. Not that I'm asking. I'm just letting you know.
Hmm.
Friend of mine at the company where I'm working, she's developed cancer pretty bad, and right now she's struggling to pay for the medical team and stuff to get her flown back home to the UK. So I just wanted to mention that to her, to you guys. If you feel like you can throw a couple of bucks towards helping her out, you know, that'd be great. If not, hey, don't worry about it. I've already donated, so there you go. But anyways, if any of you want to know the story, there's a link in the description. Uh, help Selena get home. Um, you know, and I'd appreciate it if you give it a gander. But other than that, yeah. If any of you out there in the chat have things you want to do or talk about on this channel, you wanna put in your 2 cents, whatever. I mean, you've got my discords. Please uh, send me a DM or send me a message on my Discord, and we'll make sure it gets on the show here. And with that said, if anybody in the side chat has a friend or knows somebody who's just starting a channel of their own, and they've got maybe one or two videos up, let me know. I'll be glad to bring them on here and help the community get to know them, and maybe get them a bit of a start. So anytime. Um,
I'll definitely subscribe. I might not watch, but I'll subscribe. I'll get that
oh,
number.
absolutely. If nothing else, we'll get that person some subs. We're just a
Well, at
little
least I'm
bunch.
truthful about it. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. You know, we're a little bunch. We're not a big community, but we're a good community, and I believe a lot in helping everybody in this community, and watching them help each other. That's why we're here, having
oh
fun,
yeah,
shooting the shit, and see what we can do to help others. Why not? You know. Uh, Kind of uplift YouTube a little bit, get it out of the cesspool it's becoming.
oof, it's definitely been in a downward spiral for quite a while.
um, yeah, Clive, that's not a bad idea. Uh, do a series on different types of cat that would bound to be popular. Yeah, I mean, Tusk, if you're still watching, how many recipes can you come up with?
I'm sure quite a few.
Awesome. Okay, we'll,
Those
we'll we'll keep
endangered
that in
ones
mind,
would be
Clive.
kind of tough, though.
But no, no, seriously. I mean, if there's something in particular that you guys like to see on my channel, don't be shy, man. Let me know. If I can pull it off, I will. Simple as that.
It'd be
But
kind of neat. Be like Vietnamese legends.
well,
Just
that's one of my ideas.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's one of my ideas. Actually, I actually discussed it a bit with my sister. She gave me some really good feedback, and but that might be something for a new channel on its own.
Ooh.
That I haven't decided yet, because I think it would be quite popular. So, because I always get questions about Vietnam. A lot of people seem really interested in
Oh
in
yeah.
in, in this country, and especially the fact that I've been here in that damn near 20 years. So I don't see why I shouldn't try to build something around that for my channel and see if I can boost my subscribers, and maybe one day reach my dream of becoming a monetized channel. That would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been at this YouTube game for 3 years now. I'm not even halfway there, and
I think I'm just
that's
starting around my second year now, a little
yeah,
over.
but that's kind of like my goal for this year is to get monetized, get myself over 1,000 subs, and uh, just to reach that pinnacle would be I would be happy with that, you know.
Oh, that
So
would definitely be awesome. And you're definitely, yeah, a lot of the stuff you put out there would definitely be worth it.
yeah, I just gotta find a way to make it more consistent because uh, I'm sure all of you are aware that being a teacher is a demanding profession and it takes a lot of your time. Uh, so being consistent has been a challenge for me, but I'm hoping to correct that this year. I'll see if I can find some ways to do that. You know, get some more consistent stuff out there and be more consistent with this stream weekly so that you guys have something to look forward to and join me on every Sunday, you know. And also, with that said, I'm really hoping to hear from Crafty again. I haven't heard from her for a very long time, and I don't know what's happening with the flip side, but I really do want to get that going with Crafty, uh, and just you know revitalize everything. So
Yeah, I hope she is okay.
yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. It'll reset my sub count to zero, but a new channel would be separate from this channel. You know, so that obviously is going to start from zero anyway. But if I have
Yeah,
good content there, I might be able to get it monetized. That's what I'm kind of struggling with right now. Should I actually, if I decide to go with a Vietnam centered content stream, should I put it on a separate channel or should I put it onto this channel and just from this day moving forward, just release videos and content about Vietnam? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. And that's a big piece of pie to chew. Uh, but
yeah, it
again, I'm
is.
working, yeah, because to build that kind of content requires me to get out and about a lot, which is expensive, time consuming, and not always very easy to do because some of the places can be quite far away, and without the time off from work or the cash flow to subsidize the travel expenses, it can be hard. So I'm trying to think of other things I can do locally to start with, and then as I grow, I'll start bringing on stuff from farther afield within
Well,
Vietnam.
one thing you could do is just agree that the earth is flat. Then you could stop the teaching job, and that'll free up a bunch of time.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping. If I can get big enough and generate enough of an income, that's exactly what I'll do.
Oh, that would
So,
be awesome, though. That would be really cool.
uh, Peter, yeah. Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Peter. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just start a whole new section and just do content about Vietnam. Uh, and with being that it's part of this channel, I can also add other content from for the other things that I've done or do. But yeah,
Yeah, you could always add different playlists to your
hmm
channel and make the
that's
videos that way.
yeah, that's right. That's right, Wolfie. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Just create an entire playlist just dedicated to Vietnamese content. So that's a
And
good
then you
idea.
wouldn't really have to worry about your account restarting, and you would pull more people into this channel. And
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, because I've already got a good start on a subscriber base here, so I might as well just feed it here.
oh yeah,
So yeah, exactly.
so many amazing bipeds out there.
Jens has got an idea here. A varied mix of videos would be nice. Interesting Easter eggs for the subscribers. Um, yeah, yeah. just I'll do my Vietnam content, and then every once in a while I'll do something completely different, stick it in another playlist, and so you guys have something new, different, time to time. Yeah,
A little goat hidden somewhere in the video.
or somewhere within the Vietnam content, I'll just have a little Easter egg. Yeah, sure, why not? That's all some great things to to think about. Yeah. Yes, your pal. We need our queen back. If you're lurking there, Crafty, we miss you. Come on back, man. We just really want you back. Yeah, we all miss Fred. Hello, Fred. We all miss Crafty. We
Hello,
certainly
Fred.
certainly do.
She definitely had a fun accent.
Hmm. Yeah, street food. Try including the recipes. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking of doing, but not just food. Just um, yeah. Let me flesh it out, and I'll tell you guys about it next week. But yeah, you're on the right track. You're on the right
It'd
track.
definitely be a interesting stream to look forward to next.
Exactly. Well, I think that just about does it for us there, buddy.
All right.
We're just past the 8 o'clock mark and gone a bit over time, but that's okay. It was a good time. It was nice talking to you. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you. It was definitely fun and finally able to get on.
yeah. So I guess we're gonna call it here, folks. So once again, thanks to Sir Little Wolf for joining us. It was really great to have you on. I'm so glad we finally could manage to do it. And if any of you are wishing to join me on the stream next week, just send me a DM and we'll find a way to make it happen. So if not, it'll just be little old me. But thanks, Little Wolf. Congratulations once again on your recent marriage. I hope everything goes great for you guys. Can't wait to see what comes up on your channel this coming year. And yeah, that's it. We're out of here.
All right.
Thanks for
bye
coming.
bye, you awesome biped.
Be safe, be cool, and we'll see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.
Be safe and be civil.
Bye.
Bye bye.